What's up, guys? It's Tash here, back with another video, back with Jason. You already know, and today we're finally doing our top 10 point guards as of right now. Now, Jason, if you could just once again, actually before recording, run down the clarification of the right now standards and whatnot.
So basically, right now, what we're doing is based off last season and including the dudes that missed time. We're basically the position they were last season is the position they will be ranked on these lists. But the people that were also injured, like guys like Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving, we continue to keep them on the list. Basically, projecting what they are going to be next season, but using what they did last season for that.
Right. So it's like a previous season in the middle of the next season, but yeah, before next season type shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah, nothing else to really say about that. Without further ado, do you want to go 10 down or just straight up
let's
one?
go 10
down?
10 through 1.
All right, so my number 10, gotta go with my guy, Jrue Holiday. I don't know why I'm saying my guy, like I'm just some Jrue Holiday fan, but I fuck with Jrue. I fuck with his game. I fuck with him in NOLA, super underrated player. Finally got the chip with the Bucks and Giannis and them, so very happy for him, but he's a solid point guard at 10. What's your 10?
Yeah, my 10 is Jrue Holiday. Based on the defense impact that he has on the Milwaukee Bucks, although he had a pretty mediocre playoff run, I think he still cracks the top 10 due to impact and his ability to be consistent from, his offense is consistent. But in the playoffs, he was so that's why he's at 10. Number 9 for me is a guy who I think should be higher, but I'm not going to jump the gun yet. I've got Darius Garland at number 9.
DG.
Last season, Darius Garland took a huge jump, and he basically was offense the entire season. If it wasn't for injuries, the Cavs would have made the playoffs, and that's a big turnaround for that franchise. I think eventually going into next season and the end of next season, heading into next year, the season after the next one, be a top 5 point guard in the NBA. But right now, I'm going to put him at 9, not jump the gun yet. As I said, he is offense.
Right. Yeah, like you said, the injury is so unfortunate, man. Just seeing that energy of that team towards their playoff push, and just to see guys go down. Not having Jared Allen was a big loss. But yeah, like you said, Darius Garland he's definitely going to be one of the top 5 guards.
They didn't even get to run their lineup that they wanted.
Literally.
Once. They barely got, with Caris LeVert in the starting lineup and Jared Allen healthy, they didn't get to run that, a lot. So I'm projecting them to be very, very good next season, but yeah.
Yeah, DG and 9 is solid. I got the same. Yeah, more or less what you just said. Super awesome point guard, really skilled. Don't want to. Like you said, it kind of slightly pains you to put him at 9, but for good reason due to who we have above him on our list. But we all know Darius Garland is him, bro. Should have won Most Improved, yada yada yada. We can go on and on. But yeah, DG at 9 is definitely valid. For our number 8, so I don't know. I say R, but my number 8, CP3. Still one of the most elite.
Chris Paul at number 8.
Yeah, still one of the most elite point guards in the league, regardless of their playoff shit performance that happened, that they got punched in the mouth. It is what it is. But CP is still CP. He's still him. He's, at his age, still able to have such an impact on the game.
Yeah, he's just such a great game manager, and what he does is so efficient. So you have to put him in the top 10. I think right now he's a little bit better than Darius Garland just because of how much he impacts winning. Right. Although Darius Garland does everything, I think Chris Paul wins you more games.
Number 7 for you, Jason.
I've got Kyrie Irving number 7. Although he didn't play too many games last season, when he did play games, he was a very impactful scorer, and we know who Kyrie Irving is. Just a great scorer, somebody who's going to get a bucket regardless. So that's why I have him at number 7.
Valid. Like
he
you said,
he would be higher if he played more
right.
games. But yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Kai, and like you said, in those limited games he played, did what he's out there to do. Let's get you a bucket. He had 60 on the Magic, just casually. I mean, it's the Magic, but still, that's 60 points in a game. But yeah, shout out Kai, man. For me, number 7, I got Harden. Obviously, you don't want to overreact too much to the tail end of last season and a little bit of the playoff run the Sixers had. You don't want to overreact too much to that. I personally don't think Harden is the shitter that people have described him to be, and he's the criticism he got is it's warranted. He played bad. I feel like he realizes that too, and from the off season, clips and videos and screenshots and pictures that I've seen that everyone's seen from him, it's looking like he's putting in a lot of work. So hopefully coming off that hamstring stuff, having the right amount of time to get right, everything could work out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for excuses for Harden, but I feel like he's going to bounce back. So I got number 7 for Harden as of right now.
I actually put Harden a spot ahead of where you have him. I have him at 6. I have James Harden at 6 because it was a down year for him. Usually, this dude is easily top 2 in the NBA at his position, regardless of what he plays that year. But this year, he played point guard. I feel like it was a down year, but a down year for James Harden is still a good ass year.
Yeah.
He was able to slide into the role of like a Chris Paul and just elevate his teammates by being a elite playmaker. Although the scoring wasn't really there, you still got to respect who James Harden is, because regardless of him not scoring, people are still guarding him like he's James Harden, and that's allowing him to be an elite playmaker. Of course, we are very high on him heading into next season, but right now, I have him at number 6.
My number 6 is Dame. 6 for Dame. He obviously didn't play much last year due to that injury.
That's kind of where it's tricky at, like plotting these guys who haven't played much.
Right. We're trying to like put them in like their relative consensus. Basically, we're placing all the people around them that have played consistently enough and just placing them in where we know what they can do and like where their full potential is.
Like if these two people play similar, we're gonna value the person that's played earlier, like more recent than the other player.
Right.
Like if they played similar.
Mm-hmm. It's like we're halfway respecting what we know they can do, but also respecting what the people that have played more consistently can do. But yeah, number 6 Dame. We all know what Dame's about. There's this stupid thing going around where is Damian Lillard a superstar? Damian Lillard is a superstar.
Damian Lillard, bro. I'll talk about him when I get to him, but
yeah, like every NBA fan has a different criteria, different measurement as to what a superstar is. We'll probably have a video about it in the future, really just breaking down what we personally think a superstar is. But Damian Lillard is a superstar, bro. In my personal opinion, just to keep it short, number 6 on the list. I feel like that's fair to Dame, and also fair to the other people that I have in front of him on the list. Still an elite talent at the end of the day. I got Kai number 5. Some could argue it's a little too high on the list due to limited play, but Kai is still Kai, like you said. In the limited time he played, he gave the Nets their all. It's unfortunate.
So you think Kyrie Irving's better than Damian Lillard?
Honestly, I honestly do. I don't think in all my years of being an NBA fan and like growing from a casual fan, really like getting into basketball, like I feel like I've always thought Kyrie Irving was better than Damian Lillard, and that's no shot at Dame. Obviously, like they're both great, they're both skilled. At the end of the day, it might come down to personal preference, but I feel like if you ask NBA fans, majority would say Kyrie Irving over Damian Lillard, and it's not even because he has a chip and Dame doesn't. Like that's not even a huge determinant, but like breaking it down one-on-one, if we were to do like a whole comparison, I'd take Kai over Dame.
Interesting. For my number 5, I have somebody who's new to the top 5 of being like top 5 point guard, Ja Morant. Ja Morant had a crazy year last year. Most explosive, exciting player in the NBA. He's just going to get better and better year by year, willing that Grizzlies team to the playoffs, and they did win a playoff series. Despite being down in most of those games, they still won. And you got to value that. Ja Morant's on the come up, probably going to be top 3 next year. This is a great spot for him.
Moving on to my number 4, I have Trae Young. Trae Young, we all know what he's about. We all know what he can do. We all saw the run last year, the previous year, 2021 playoffs, making it all the way to the conference finals. And even this year, injury-riddled team, a couple of trades went down. Not the greatest year, but Trae was still doing doing his thing. One of the most elite point guards.
All-star starter.
Yeah, all-star starter.
And
like he's
All-NBA.
just all-NBA. Like he's everywhere. He's everywhere. Another one of the, essentially just top 5 point guard. There's not much you can say about that.
My number 4 is Damian Lillard, and I don't really understand the comparison between him and Kyrie Irving. Like you said, Dame is very disrespected in what he is. I remember watching this dude in the playoffs, and people were praying for him to miss.
Literally.
Damian Lillard, I feel, is on a different stratosphere to Kyrie Irving because of this fact. The way he can take over games, it's just unbelievable. And again, with the Kyrie Irving comparison, Kyrie Irving's played with a lot better teammates than Damian Lillard has. And you could say their success rate in the playoffs when not having extremely good teammates are about the same, or Lillard's better, because Lillard, regardless of what it is, he's going to get it done. He's going to drop 50 on you. He's going to be efficient with it. I personally, I Kyrie Irving, outside of that run with Cleveland, I don't. He's still a great player, but he hasn't shown me what Dame has shown me. Dame can be a number one option and will you to the places that you can be taken before. Of course, you're going to plateau because the team is not as good as these other teams, but Damian Lillard can take you to that place, man.
I can see that argument. I can see that argument. Dame has played with significantly, I won't say worse, but just slightly lesser talented people than Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie's played with Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, LeBron James.
The list goes on.
Worse.
Right. So yeah, I can see that argument. It all comes down to stuff like that, personal preference and or just personnel.
I think for me, it's. I think Damian Lillard is as good or better of a scorer than Kyrie Irving, but he's also a way better playmaker. That's just how I look at it. I think when I think of Kyrie Irving, I'm not thinking of a guy who's going to get everybody involved. Lillard, similar to guys like Trae Young and Darius Garland, he's gonna do everything on the offense. He's gonna do everything.
Yeah, there's definitely some arguments to be had about skill set and who's better in terms of the game. But the whole overall broad superstar all these terms that get thrown around, it's just so it's a lot. We'll jump into that another time. But you want to go ahead and give me your number 3?
Number 3, I have Trae Young. Of course, when Trae Young was at the top of his game, he was in the Eastern Conference. They come back this year, undermanned, injuries hit them badly. They're usually a team that starts off bad, starts good at the end of the season. They did that this year. It's just unfortunate they couldn't turn around quick enough. Clint Capella got injured. A lot of things that were in the way of the Atlanta Hawks. But Trae Young continues to perform year after year, but averaging 30 points per game, 10 assists. He is offense. Trae Young is a damn superstar, top 3-point guard in the NBA.
I got my main man Ja Morant at 3. More or less what you said about him. He's rising point guard, rising star. Next year, probably top 3. I got him top 3 right now. He's elite. Like you said, willing that team to not even necessarily willing the team because the personnel is elite. During the regular season, they won a bunch of games without Ja, and he's able to just slide back in.
In a playoff series, they definitely needed Ja Morant.
Yeah, for sure.
They definitely did.
For sure, yeah, I got Ja top 3. Not
Can
much.
I ask you what do you think? What are you valuing more in Ja Morant than Trae Young?
Honestly, I hate to be the victim of it, but I think that I am the victim of recency bias.
Recency bias.
I think that's what it is because if you really break it down, obviously, skill set wise, Trae Young, he has the facilitating side. Ja Morant can pass the ball, no doubt about it, but Trae Young is gonna drop 40 on you, 10 assists, 12 assists, and I'm not trying to be a box score watcher, but at the end of the day, if we really had the break it down 1-on-1 and evaluate their guys' games, Trae Young probably is slightly better than Ja Morant, but just what Ja has shown in these past 2 years, man, has been insane, and Trae's shown a lot of great stuff too. I just want to say this: if you I hate lists. I absolutely despise lists. But I'm really trying to make my cases and make them make sense. It's that's what I mean when I say it all comes down to personal preference. Just honestly, who you personally feel like is better than the other player. But even though I just said it's probably a recency bias pick, it's a little confusing. I don't really have the most complex reason why I have Ja Morant in front of Trae Young. I just feel like he's slightly better.
I'm almost 100% sure we have the same top 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have it in the same order, but number 2 I have Luka Doncic.
Yeah, same.
Luka Doncic, similar to Trae Young, similar to Garland, similar to Damian Lillard. He's the offense. Luka's surprised
the system.
A lot of people this year, defeating the
Suns.
The good Suns team, but on both sides, the Suns did shit the bed. But Luka, that is primarily Luka beating the Suns. The Suns, they were up in the series. If I'm not mistaken. They were up 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Luka 2 games in a row, compounding them. They had no idea what they wanted to do against Luka defensively. Every play, Luka would just come down and just score, or he was giving somebody a layup or a 3. The Mavericks played incredible in that series. Luka is the Mavericks. Luka is number 2. You could argue that he had a better season than Steph Curry, but what I think both of us, I'm going to speak for both of us here, we value that Steph Curry won the championship.
Yeah, no doubt.
Curry balled down the finals, no doubt about it. You could argue Luka played better than Curry this season, but we've got Curry there because you got to value that Finals MVP and that run he had in the Finals. Regardless, people saying, "Oh, he was the defensive coverage was made so Curry could beat it." Whatever. Curry still dropped 30 every game.
All right.
That's not easy to do in the NBA Finals. Stephen Curry, greatest point guard of all time, number one point guard for both of our lists.
Yeah, there's not more you can say than that about Steph and then Luka. Luka, great season, great playoff run for what it was. Getting mastered with the Warriors. Unfortunate, Warriors with a better team. Steph, better player. Steph was the best player in every he best player in the best team in the NBA. But he was the best player in every playoff series. Like Steph, everybody knows what Steph is about, man. Steph is elite. He's gonna continue to be elite at what? He's like 34 now. There's no telling how long he's gonna keep doing this for.
He could be in the NBA till he's like 45.
Yeah. He said he wanted to play until 40 because like his play style,
even if he's not playmaking the way he is now, he's still the greatest shooter of all time, and that's so valuable to every team in the NBA.
Right.
He could play until
imagine a 40-year-old Steph just running off pin downs, like almost like a JJ Redick or a Kyle Korver in his 40s, and like just like shooting the basketball. He doesn't have to do too much, and like that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. But yeah, Steph's number one on our list for sure. Like I said before, it all comes down to personal preference and what we personally like more in terms of gameplay and what players do out on the floor. So there's no right or wrong answer. So yeah, I don't have a problem with any lists. Any of the where people are ranked at. I'm trying to get a hang to it. Comparing players. I'm still getting into the midst of it. With the player comparisons. Maybe if I did a tier list, it'd be a little easier for me, and I'd be able to break it down better than like a number ranking. But like if I can clunk a certain amount of players in one tier, because personally, I would put
my number 9 through number 6 on the same tier.
Right,
Garland, CP, Kyrie, and Harden, they're on the same tier.
Right. And not getting too overcomplicated about it. They're all like similar in like their play and like what they do on the court and their impact. So maybe in the future we'll do a tier list, but for now we're just doing a player ranking. So
and expect every position to be coming out soon.
For sure. So yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments for your top 10 point guard list. What do you think about ours? Who do you disagree with, agree with? Let us know.
And argue in the comment section about who's better, Dame or
yeah, because we'll most likely have a video talking about the whole superstar term and that whole stuff. But yeah, anyway, guys, hope you all enjoy. Like we said, let us know what you think in the comments. So that's it for this video. Hope you all enjoy. Catch you guys in the next one. It's Taj, and I will see you guys later.